Prepare yourself because today we're going to go on a journey. It's not a vacation. It's actually a very dangerous expedition. We're going to travel into the deep, dark jungle of how a narcissist functions and how they function in a relationship specifically. We're going to begin peeling back the layers one at a time of the levels that a narcissist takes you through as they are in a relationship with you. And please be warned, the further we go, the darker it gets. Because of that, you're going to want to stay till the end to find out what is the deep core of why a narcissist functions the way that they do. What's at the heart of it all? So the first layer is going to be the outer surface. This is where you first meet a covert narcissist. They're usually very, very pleasant to be around. They're very happy, they're very charismatic, just all around enjoyable. And you notice a lot of other people enjoy being around them too. So it's not surprising that a lot of people are initially attracted to that. Then as you start to get to know them a little bit better, you notice they may have a specific skill, some type of a gift or ability that helps them to stand out from others. This could be in a physical area where it's a type of a fitness or it's a type of beauty that attracts them. It could be in an intellectual area of a way that they are more gifted or smart, where they have a really good grasp, understanding, and knowledge of a specific area. Or it could be monetary. They know how to make money and they know how to spend it and they know how to flaunt it. And pretty soon on, you're going to notice this gift and they are going to notice that you notice it. Other people around them also know them for this particular gift. It can make them more attractive than the people around them, and it kind of gives them a little spotlight. So this also draws your attention and it draws you in and makes you want to get to know them better. They pick up on that, and so they begin to pay you more attention. As they see you respond to them, they begin to show more interest in you. And you might even feel special, like maybe they're out of your league. And you're surprised that they are even showing that interest in you. So in the beginning, it all starts off really well. You love that they're gifted in that area and you support and affirm that. You might attend events that are surrounding that particular gift or hobby. And you're just generally very supportive. They see that, they notice that, and that makes them more and more interested in you. Not because they see what a great person you are, unfortunately, but because they have found a new supply to feed their ego. After some time passes and things kind of settle down, the excitement, it's great, but it slowly dwindles away. And you might even begin to remember that you once had your own hobbies and gifts and skills. And so you want to start expressing them as well. And at first, that person might begin to affirm those talents in you. But as time goes on, slowly it starts to die down. Not only do they stop affirming that, but they even will start to minimize it. They'll start neglecting it, making excuses for it, and then get to the point where they're actually criticizing you about that. Right here is where you might expect people to begin to wake up and smell the coffee. But because first impressions are so powerful, you may still have that image of that amazing, perfect, pleasant, gifted person that's in the spotlight and they're paying attention to you in mind. So you're not as easily able to discern what is happening. Another thing you may pick up on is that when you're out in public around other people, if they find a reason to praise you or tell you that you're really good at something or compliment you in an area, your person might at first publicly affirm that, but then behind closed doors, negate it or talk about how it really wasn't that big of a deal, and then eventually begin to do that publicly as well. So as you have been very supportive and admiring the gifts and talents that they've been displaying, they are starting to do the opposite for you. And then as time continues to go on, soon you may begin to realize that no longer are they appreciating the way that you are admiring them. It's no longer a gift. Now it becomes entitled. Now it becomes a need. And when they are not getting that need met, then they become either a victim or a villain. They will respond unkindly. So you begin to give more. You're trying to please them. You're trying to make sure that their cup is filled, that they're happy in the relationship. But as you go deeper and deeper into this forest, you realize it's not a need. It's an obsession. Not only that, but it's a vacuum. No matter how much you give, it never seems to be satisfied. And as that person is never getting that satisfaction that they're looking for, they begin more and more to take it out on you. In their minds, you're not meeting their needs, despite your best efforts and despite you neglecting your needs on a regular basis. They keep you spinning your wheels, constantly trying to please them. And as you keep increasing your level of trying to please them, their misery level actually increases and they begin to abuse you more and more. When you finally get to the bottom of this, when you finally get to the point where you realize something is very, very wrong here, it will be so hard to pinpoint exactly what's going on. But the heart of it is, the core of what's happening is they are drowning in their own insecurity. And they are using you to try to keep their head above water. Obviously, you know how that usually ends. Usually, you don't save the person that is pushing you underwater in order to keep their head up. Usually, both end up drowning. They are constantly needing that affirmation, but since it's never enough, their behavior only gets worse and worse. You're desperately trying to keep them afloat, but realize at some point you yourself are drowning. And the ugly truth is, they will not hesitate to drown you in the process of saving themselves. You can't save them. You can't prevent it. It will only take you both down. You can't be their life raft. You can't be their float. The cure would be for them to, on their own, figure out where their own insecurity is coming from and dealing with that. But they should not do that at your expense. Obviously, most covert narcissists are not ever going to come to this conclusion. And they're most likely not going to seek help for insecurity because that would mean they'd have to admit they have insecurity. Well, then what's the solution? Find a way to save yourself. Realizing that you cannot save them, it may be so difficult to accept, but look at the status of the relationship. Whether you're looking at one from the past or one you are in presently. Has it done the other person any good to be emotionally and psychologically abusive to you so that they can feel better about themselves? Is there any possible good outcome from that? It is not selfish to see what is happening and to save yourself from this destruction. Please know there is always a way out. There is always a way to get freedom. I'm Jamie Lynette with Jamie Lynette Coaching. In the spirit of recognizing that you cannot cure a person drowning in insecurity, that they have to take those own steps to heal themselves, and you have to take your steps to heal yourself and be free. Let's move forward together.